Welcome, my adventurers and friends, to Let's Talk. Today's topic is going to be about taking accountability and ownership of your actions and words. So let's dive into this. Let's face it, we all have at one time or another, or still do, avoided taking accountability for our actions and words. We say, it's not my job, or it's not my fault. Everyone is doing the same thing, and it's the way our society is nowadays. Or stop being so sensitive. Yes, even as adults, we say these things. But let's face it, these are just excuses. And excuses are ways for us to avoid taking the responsibility of owning ourselves. Owning what we're doing and saying. It's time we own what we do and say and take responsibility of it. Okay, I know. You may say, but it's really not my fault. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do. But I say, yeah, it is your fault. Now hold on. Stay with me here. You are you. Everything you do is you doing it, not someone else. It's you. Just like everything I do is me doing it. If I say something hurtful, or do anything that is going to be negative, well, that's me that did that. So that's on me. I might say, so-and-so antagonized me. Or, I find it to be your actions that caused me to react the way I did. The truth is, none of them had anything to do with it. So stop blaming and start owning. You may be asking, how do you do that? Well, let's go over a few suggestions. Number 1, own your part. Something happened, no matter whose fault you may think it is, and now you have to explain yourself as to why you did or said what you did. You can blame someone else, but you were a part of this. So you need to step back, think about what happened, and look at what part you took in it. Number 2, cause and effect. What does that mean? Well, let's break it down in simple terms. Because I did this, this happened. Let's go over examples. I failed to complete a job responsibility on time because I was too busy with another project and didn't prioritize it, and I put it off. Because of that, I lost the account for my company. Another example, I said some not so nice things to my loved one, and now I put a barrier in between us, and our relationship really has suffered. It's not the same anymore. Sometimes the effect is good. For example, I helped a friend move, and because of that, I was able to spend time with them. We were laughing and joking around. We made some really great memories. Just remember, something will happen with everything we do. At times it will be positive, and other times it won't be so positive. So do things that have the positive outcomes and not the negative ones. Number 3, solve the problem. When faced with something, we have choices we can make. At times we will make mistakes, and that is okay as long as we recognize it and we make the effort to learn from them. We cannot avoid making mistakes because it is an innate human trait and one of the stepping stones to our spiritual growth and building our character. So don't beat yourself up over it. You're going to make mistakes all your life. It's what you do with those mistakes and how you apply them to your journey. How to help yourself grow. You can always turn a negative into a positive. Just remember that. That's something to always keep in the back of your mind. It is when you make mistakes and not own it, you start blaming others. And you blame them for your actions and your words. So let's think about the choices you have to avoid the problem to begin with. So let's go through some examples. Well, we'll just do one example. We talked previously about taking your irritation out on a loved one when it was undeserving and out of line. Like when you spoke some nasty things or not so nice things to them. Ask yourself, did you take a deep breath and explain to your loved one that you are having a challenging day or you're not in such a great mood? Did you give them the opportunity to understand your mood at the time? Maybe you should have, because that is better than lashing out negatively or blaming your loved one for your reaction to them. You have the information within to explain to them your mood, and letting them know ahead of time and making sure that your loved one is aware and can be maybe more empathetic and talk to you about your feelings. So let's solve the problem before it is a problem. As humans, we all do things to avoid taking responsibility for our actions and words. Let's face it, no one likes to be the one who looks bad or takes the responsibility that may put us in a negative light with others. It seems like we're too busy trying to look good and meeting expectations. That's where we can get into trouble. But if we own our part and know that all actions have positive and negative outcomes, and we work to avoid the problem on the onset, then we can take responsibility for our actions and words. And we stop blaming others and we own it. It's you doing what you do and no one else. You will feel so much better about who you are. And think about how you are being a role model for those around you. Remember, actions speak volumes. So be that role model for others. And love yourself in the meantime. Take care.